Now to a story of survival focused on a family that escaped the fire in the town of Chinese Camp. Paulina Ken and her niece Jennifer from San Francisco were able to get out, but in the chaos, Ken left her dog Waldo and all her belongings behind. She was told her home burned and even saw the destruction on TV, but she learned her dog survived. Aside from an injured paw, he's doing okay.
All of a sudden I hear boom, and I saw the electric pole was bent down in front of my property, and the police was screaming, get out quick. I'm just so happy to know he's still alive, you know?
Ken says she's staying at a nearby casino and hopes to raise money to buy a small trailer to live on her property. This fire is part of the TCU Lightning Complex fire, burning in 3 counties and nearing 14,000 acres. That's more than 21 square miles. Officials say the fire is 15% contained. ABC News reporter Trevor Alt is in Chinese Camp this morning and gives us a look at the damage left behind.
Good morning, guys. Getting this firsthand look at the damage here on the ground is pretty staggering because this is a historic area as well in Chinese Camp. A lot of the structures in this town had been standing for well over 100 years since the gold rush, and this fire, the 6.5 fire specifically, ripped through and turned essentially an entire neighborhood into ash and rubble. This was one of so many fires that were sparked by thousands of lightning strikes, according to CAL FIRE. 17,000 or so lightning strikes in a 24-hour period that sparked at least 80 different wildfires. Many of them thankfully kept relatively small, but 13 of them have been all put into one complex here, the TCU September Lightning Complex that charred thousands of acres. In fact, many, more than a dozen square miles. And here in Chinese Camp, they took the brunt of the damage. We know a lot of families here had to evacuate at a moment's notice, and many of them are going to come home to find that where they were living is completely destroyed. We can see that here. There's basically block after block after block in what is a very small town in a essentially rural area that was absolutely charred. Now, thankfully, CAL FIRE was pre-deployed in a lot of areas. They've been able to maintain some control of a lot of the flames across California, but as we know, in these dry conditions, it does not take much for some new sparks to roar into something very dangerous. In Chinese Camp, I'm Trevor Alt for ABC 7 News.